If you find this question, this involves a lot of numbers with different signs. What you have to do here, you apply body mass. Body mass is applied in solving this question. But before you apply the body mass, what next here, you have to make sure that you have got a single sign to every number. Now, example here, you have positive and negative. Now you have to take negative times positive. You have then positive 9, then negative 8. Divide it by 4, then positive 5. Then this is times negative 2. Then negative times negative, positive 40, positive 3. After then, what next? We are talking about body mass. We have no bracket here. You understand? Now, what we have to follow division. What next is division? Now we have this one. That is to say negative 80 divided by 4. You have negative 2. Then positive 5. Then times negative 2. Then plus 3. Then after division we have multiplication. Here it is. It is 5 times negative 2. Means positive times negative. Then you have 9, negative 2, then negative 10. Then positive what? 3. So here, we're talking about the body mass. Now addition. Here it is. No matter whether here you follow addition or subtraction, but what matters here, we have positive 9 and we have positive 3. Then we have negative 2, we have negative 10. Now in short, we have this, we have then here, we have 9, negative 2, then negative 7. Why? Negative 10, positive 3. Then what next here? We have 9. Negative and negative. How many negatives are there? Now we have negative 9. Then 9 minus 9 is equal to what? 0. That is to say we have positive 9, negative 9. The answer now is 0. Now B. You have 3AB minus 5CB. Positive 5AB. Positive 3BC. Then minus 80BA. Positive 2CB. This is what we've been given from the question. Now, you've been taught to simplify. To simplify is all about collecting the like terms together. And then if possible, you simplify those numbers which are existing over there. Now, when you look at this expression, you find we have AB and BC or CB. So AB, then here AB, then here AB. BA just like to say AB. Then in short, we collect the like terms. Now we have 3AB. Then positive 5AB. Then negative 80AB. The next one, the next terms which are supposed to be there, we have negative 5CB. Then here we have positive 3CB or BC. Whatever the case it is. BC, BC. Then here, positive 2BC. So we have collected the like terms simply because these have got AB, these have got AB, these have got AB, these have got BC, these have got BC, these have got BC. In short, these are like terms. And these are like terms. Then we have positive 3AB, we have positive 5AB. Now we have 80AB. Then negative 80AB. Then we have negative 5BC. Then we have positive 5BC. Why 5BC? Because 3BC, 2BC. These are like terms. Now we have negative 5BC, positive 5BC. Then we have negative 8AB and positive 8AB. This is just like to say 9 minus 9. And then here, 8 minus 8. So here it is 0 and here it is 0. And therefore, here we have 0 plus 0. Because here it is 0 and here it is 0. Therefore, the answer is 0. This is what we would have done. Then the second question was, A, you have 340.48. 62. Write it to 3 significant figures. And then be 0.0004827 in standard form. Now you write this one to 3 significant figures and this one in standard form. Now if now we have 340.4862. 3 significant figure ends here. Now 1, 2, 3. The length should be approximated. The only mistake that you do, if now you find this number is 4, that is less than 5. So now you approximate as 0. But before you do it, look and make sure that the number after this number, you check out its properties. Now the behavior of this one will affect this number. And therefore, it won't remain as 4 as it is. Because there is 8 here. Kwa hii number ina matri huyu. Now it is 3/4.5. Is now you can approximate this 5 as 1. Now that is to say we have 341. This is how it is written. Now these are our 3 significant figures. But when you talk about B, to write in standard form, this decimal place, decimal point, should be written in order to find that in the left hand side of that point there is a whole number. Maanake ni kwamba hii unaihamisha mpaka uhakikishe mkono wako wa kushoto wa ile point kuna namba nzima. But for every step you make, you have 10 times. 1 step, 10 times. 2 steps, 100, 10 times again. 1 step, 10 power 1. 2 steps, 10 power 2. 3 steps, 10 power 3. 4 steps, 10 power 4. But we have those power. But you have to know whether may be positive or negative. If now you are moving to the right, it becomes negative. Kama unasogea kwenda kulia, inakuwa nini? Negative. Lakini kama unasogea kwenda kushoto, inakuwa ni nini? Positive. This is the first step, the second step, the third step. Now the fourth step is here. Now you have 4.827 times 10. How many steps that we have made? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have made 4 steps to the right. We have made 4 steps to the what? To the right. The third question was, now this is the question. You have to determine the value of x. Hakikisha unazidisha kwa KBS ya hizi numbers za chini. You multiply by the denominator of the LCM, both sides of the equation. You multiply by the LCM of the denominators. Now here, the LCM of 2 and 3 is what? By 6 here. Then here by 6. Then here by what? By 6. Then simplify this becomes 3. Simplify this becomes what? 2. Then here you have 3 out of bracket. Inside we have 3x minus 1. Then here we have negative 2. Then we have 2x minus 5. Is equal now to 12. Now what we have here, we have to open the bracket. But something that you have to note here is to understand this negative is taken into the bracket. Means that it will affect all the numbers which are found in the bracket. Kwa hii itaathiri numbers zote ambazo ziko ndani. Now this is 3 times this one we have 9x. Then minus 3. Then negative times positive we have negative 4x. Then negative times negative we have negative positive 10. Is equal now to 12. Now what you have to do here, you collect the like terms. Now we have 9x. Then minus 9x. Then negative 3 positive what? 10. Is equal to what? To 12. 9 minus 4, it is 5x. Now, negative 3 positive 5. Positive 10. Positive 40, 7. Is equal now to 12. Then we have this one. Therefore, we have 5x is equal now to 12 minus 7. Why minus? This was positive. Now when it is taken to the other side, it becomes what? Negative. Now you have 5x is equal now 12 minus 7, which is equal to what? 5. Now you divide by 5, you divide by 5. Now x is equal to 1. Very simple. The next question was, now rationalize the denominator. The denominator denominated the number below the segment line. Now our denominator now is right here. Now to rationalize our denominator, we have to multiply by the denominator. Then we divide by the denominator. That is to say, our denominator is 2 under root of 3 minus 1. Now we multiply by 2 under root of 3 plus 1 over 2 under root of 3 plus 1. This times this one is the same as how it was on the original one. Yani hii sinagawanyika inaondoka. Kwa tunaweza tukaikata tu hii hapa hatujabadilisha chochote. Ikabaki hiyo hiyo. We have to multiply this time this one, then we have 2 under root of 6 in bracket 2 under root of 3 plus what? 1. Then over, it is 2 now under root of 3 minus 1 times 2 under root of 3 plus 1. This is what we have. When you are multiplying these numbers, especially when you are dealing with radicals, the number outside the radical should be multiplied by the number outside the radical. The number inside the radical with the one with the number inside the radical. Do you understand? Now here it is 2 times 2. We got it is 4 outside the radical. Then it is 60 times 3 under root of 40, 18. This one times this one, that is 1. It is 2 times 1. That is to say, we have 2 under root of 6. Then, here, what we have, this times this one, that is 2 times 2, 3 times 3. Then you have 4, radical of 9. And then this times this one, that is to say, then you have plus 2, radical of 3. Then this one times this one, negative 2, radical of 3. Then 1 times negative 1 times positive 1. Then you have negative 1. Now these are like terms. Just like to say y minus y, which is equal to 0. Now means what? This will cancel out. Then you remain with 4. This is the 18. Then plus 2 radical of 6 over 4 radical of 9. Under root of 9 is what? 3. Then you have 4 times 3. Then minus 1. Which is equal to say 4 minus 3 is what? 12 minus what? 1. Now this is to say it is 4 radical 18 plus 2 radical 60 over 11. So now you have rationalized it. And you have the reason because you have no longer radicals at the denominator. That is the means of rationalizing the number. Means you have to remove all the radicals of the denominators. The next question was, factorize this expression. Let us split the middle term. This is the a x squared plus b x, then plus what? C. Then a times c. We are looking for the product. A times what? C. A here is 6. C is negative 5. Please and please, I beg you. I beg of you, my dear. Involve the sign. If there is negative here, make sure that you have used it. If there is negative here, make sure that you have used it. Now, A is 6 times C is negative what? 5. Now we have negative what? 3rd. Now, product is negative what? 3rd. But the sum now, sum is equal to 13. That is the sum. Now listen to me very carefully when factorizing number. We have product as negative 30. Now you have to think. But the sum should be 13. Now you think the factors of 30, that will definitely give 13 after you have summed them together. Manake unafikiri factors za 30 ambazo ukizijumulisha zitakuletea 13. Now, in other way, you have to say this. Which number times which number you get 30? We have so many of them. We have 5 times 3. I know 5 times what? 6 is equal to 30. We have 40. 15 times 2 is equal to 30. We have 10 times 3 is equal to 30. We have all of those. And 30 times 1 also is equal to 30. But among of these factors that you have listed them here, they should give you product of negative 30. And if now you add them together, they give you positive 13. If you start with this one, if you put one of them negative, imagine now let us put this 10 times negative 3. It is okay, it is negative 30. But 10 plus negative 3 is equal to 7. So this is totally wrong. If you come to this one, no problem. 5 times 60, let us put here negative. Then we have negative 5 times 60, we get negative 30. But negative 5 plus 60 is equal now to 1. This is totally wrong. You come to 15 times negative 2 is equal now to negative 30. Then 15 positive plus negative 2 is equal now to 13. This is okay. So we said this is okay because the sum is equal to 13 as it is here. And the product is equal to negative 30 as it is here. Therefore we have 15 and negative 2. We come to here. Then we take 6x squared. Then negative 2x. Here it is. Then positive 15x. Here it is. Then negative 5. Now you want to put together this one. Negative 2x, positive 15x. It is 13x. So this equation, this expression is not different from here. It's the same thing. But what is the difference now? We have split the middle term. It is therefore now you collect. Now factor, put this together and then put this together. We have 2 terms here, 2 terms on the other side. Then from 6x squared in negative 2x, now find out the common factor. Means the number that will divide 6x and negative 2x. The number that will definitely divide those numbers. That is called the common factor. Now the common factor here is 2x. Now, if now you have taken 2x as a common factor, means what? 6x squared divided by 2x, you get 3 what? 3x. Then here you have left is 1. You take this one simply because when you bring this back, you find the origin. Then the same applies to here. Then you take your 5 outside. That is positive 5. Then here you remain with 3x, negative what? 1. Now, if you look at here, you find these numbers, terms which are found in the bracket are common. Now choose one of them to represent. It is now you like, you collect the numbers which are outside of the bracket. That is 2x, then positive 5. On the other side, you have 3x, then negative 1. So you have these things. From the question you've been told like this. This expression is equal to this expression. And it is called an equation. An equation have got 2 sides. right hand side of the equation and left hand side of the equation. And they are equal. Now, you have to make sure that this expression is also equal to this one. So you have to expand the other side. So as you can find x squared and something with x and something with no x. Then from x plus k squared, that is to say it is x plus k times x plus k. This is how it is. It's just like to say y squared is equal to y times y. If that is the case, let us multiply these numbers. That is to say x times x and plus k. That is to say x in bracket x plus k. And the other, this one here. Then plus positive, that is positive k in bracket x plus k. Then let us open the bracket. X times x, that is x squared. That this is k plus kx. Then plus kx. Then plus, this time this one is k squared. This is kx and this is kx. Means these are called like terms. Now we put them together. Then we find it is x squared plus 2kx. Then plus k squared is equal now to x squared plus 8x plus q. This is what we have. So this implies what? This is equal to this one. Then 8x is equal to 2kx. And q now is equal now to what? K squared. Now we start by comparing them. By comparison, we have 8x is equal now to kx. x. Then you remain with 2k is equal to 8. Divide by 2, divide it by 2. Now k is equal now to 4. This is what you got. If now k is equal to 4, but remember here, q is equal now to k squared. But k is equal to 4, that is to say now is equal to 4 squared. Now 4 squared means 4 times 4, which is equal to 16. Therefore, q is equal to 16 and k is equal to 4. That's all. The next question here, if now this is what we have, this is very simple for us to solve it. What you are supposed to understand, these are bases. Bases must be equal. And when you look at them carefully, you find this is 3 over 5, and this possibly can be written 3 over 5. Let us see. Now this is 3 over 5 power n minus 6 is equal now 25, that is 5 power 2 over 3 power 2. Then power n. According to the principle of exponent t, we don't have something to waste. We don't have something to lose. We have to understand this is 5 over 3 means we have 3 over 5 power n minus 6 is equal now to 5 over 3 power 2. Then power, again power what? Power n. Product of the exponents, 2 times n. Are you together? Then we have 3 over 5 power n minus 6 is equal now to 5 over 3 power 2n. 2 times n. But that is not the case. Because we just want to make this one at the same as this one. So we find the inverse of this number so as we can find this one. Or we find the inverse of this side so as we can make it the same as this one. We are looking for a sum of those bases. Now, Now we have 3 over 5. Then n minus 6 is equal. The inverse of this one is 3 over 5. To show that we have found the inverse, we have to write negative 2n. Now these bases are equal. If now bases are equal, also exponents are equal. Now we have n minus 6 is equal to negative 2n. Now this is negative 2n brought here. And this is negative 6 taken to the other side. Then it becomes n positive 2n is equal to 6. Then n positive 2n, we have 3n is equal now to 6. According to algebraic principle, now we divide it by 3 both times. We divide by 3 both times. Now n is equal to 2. That is the value of n. We've been given n is equal now to wh over d in bracket w plus p. Make w as the subject. You make this one. You make what? Make w the what? The subject. This was very simple. It was all about put over 1, then you close something called multiple. Then you close multiple tap. Then you find this is WH is equal to LD, because this time this one. Then in bracket W plus P. This is what you have. Very simple. Now if that is the case, now open the bracket. You have WH is equal now to LDW plus LDP. These are like terms. Now let us collect them together. Why are called like terms? Because most of them they have W. They have letter W. So we treat them as like terms. Then we put them together. This is taken to the other side and becomes negative, because H was positive. Then we say WH minus LDW is equal now to LDP. Are you clear? Then, because we are looking for the value of W, now let us think that this is a common factor. And it is true that it is a common letter or common factor, because it is found here and here. Now, W is taken out. Then you remain with H minus LD. Is equal now to LDP. Now, the question is to determine the value of W. That is to say, we are making W as the subject of the formula. So we don't have something to root. We have to divide by H minus LD over here, H minus LD. Now, cancel this one. You remain with W is equal now to LDP over H minus LD. This is what we've been looking for. That is how we have got the value of W. That means now we make the value, we make W as the subject of the formula. So you're going to be very careful in solving these things, because you have to know which one is the common factor and which one is the common letter. That's what we do. Now, the other question is here. When 21 is taken from 2 over 3 of second number, the result is 1 over 5 of that number. Find that number. Let y be that number. Be the number. Then we've been told that 21 is taken from here. That is to say 2 over y of 2 over 3 of a certain number minus 21, the result is equal to 1 over 5 of that number. That is to say 2y over 3 minus 21 is equal to 1 over 5 times y. Then you multiply by the LCM both times. Then you multiply here by 15. You multiply here by 15. You multiply here by 15. Then here you remain with 5 in bracket 2y. Then minus 21 times 15. Then is equal now, here it is what? 3 is equal to 3y. We have 10y minus 21 times 15, you get what? 315 is equal to 3y. Now these are collected, the like terms now are collected together. That is to say, this is taken to this side and this is taken to the other side. Then this will become 10y minus 3y is equal to 315. Here you remain with 7y is equal to 315. Then 7y is equal to 315. We are looking for the value of y. Divide by 7, divide by 7. Then y is equal to 45. These are not called the normal brackets. This represents absolute value. Now, in order to remove these brackets, you have to multiply. You take the number 2x minus 4, then is less or equal to 5. Then you put your plus or minus. Then you start with positive. Positive times this one. You got 2x. Positive times negative. Negative 4 is less or equal to what? To 5. By negative, negative times 2x or negative 2x. Negative times negative, positive 4 is less or equal to what? 5. If now that is the case, very first now we can see. Here is just like solving an algebraic equation. We treat that inequalities as if it is equal sign. So we say, this is taken to the other side. Then you have 2x is less or equal to 5 plus what? 4. Or negative 2x is less or equal to 5. This is positive, it becomes what? Negative. Then here 2x is less or equal to 9. Or negative 2x is less or equal to 1. As I said before, dealing with inequalities is just like dealing with the normal algebra. But the only difference, we just like in terms of their size. Now we divide here by 2, we divide here by 2. Then here we have x is less or equal to 9 over 2. Then here we divide by negative 2. And then here you divide by negative 2. Remember a point. If now you divide by negative, that sign changes. This is the negative 2 divided by negative 2. Now it becomes x is greater than or equal to negative 1 over 2. Don't write it less than or equal to, because now we have divided by negative. If now if we divide it by negative, the sign changes and becomes its opposite. You got me right and clear? Now this is x is less than or equal to 9 over 2. Then x is greater than or equal to negative 1 over 2. You have to remember something. You have to collect your answer, because you are no longer a kid. You are no longer a child. You are a student now. You call it a student. Now, a reason to be a student, you should act as another person. Now, how comes? This is the way we do it. Now, we have said x is less than 9 over 2. And then x is greater than negative 1 over 2. Now, you better start with the smallest number. Now, our smallest number now is negative 1 over 2. Negative 1 over 2 is less than x. And x is greater than or equal to negative 1 over 2. Now we say negative 1 over 2 is less or equal to x. But remember, x here is less or equal to 9 over 2. Now we have collected our answer. That is to say, x is greater or equal to negative 1 over 2. And x is less than or equal to 9 over 2. Now the other question, we have A, solve for theta if 2 cosine of theta is equal to 1. B, given that tan of theta is equal to 5 over 12. Find the cosine of theta. That was the question again. If now you start with first A here, you've been given radical of 2 cosine of theta is equal to 1. Then you've been told to solve for a theta. Let us remove this radical. You understand? Now we multiply, we square both sides. Not multiply, we square both sides. Then this will cancel with this one. I hope you know according to radical. Is it so? Now this will be equal to 2 cosine of theta is equal now to 1. Because 1 squared is 1. Now we divide by 2, we divide by 2. Then this cancels out. Then what we have here, we have cosine of theta is equal to 1 over 2. Now cosine of theta is equal to 0.5. Why? 1 over 2 is 0.5. Are we together? Then we are looking for a theta now. Theta now is equal to cos inverse of 0.5. Now you go to your four figure, you just check. A cos inverse of 0.5 is 60. You understand? Now that is 60 degrees. The second part from there, you've been given tan of theta is equal to 5 over 12. Now, this is applied to the right angled triangle. Imagine now your theta is here. Then, opposite. This is the opposite. Then this is adjacent. And this is right angle. And this is the hypotenuse. You remember sotoka over hadi is applied here. Then tan is right here. Tan is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Now opposite here, opposite over adjacent. Now opposite is 5. And adjacent now will be is equal to 12. The question to determine the cosine of theta. Cosine is equal now to adjacent over hypotenuse. Now we have adjacent which is equal to 12. But we don't have hypotenuse. Now we have to apply Pythagoras theorem. That is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Then a 12 squared plus b 5 squared is equal to c squared. Then from there 144 plus 25 is equal now to c squared. That is to say 169 is equal to c squared. But we are looking for a c. Now we take the under both sides. Then we have c is equal to 13. Now our hypotenuse is equal to 13. But the question to determine the cosine of theta. Now adjacent is equal to 12. Then hypotenuse is equal to 13. Therefore we conclude by saying cosine of theta is equal to 12 over 13. Other person you find now dividing this divide by this one, then the inverse of this one. What are you doing when you have been told that find cosine of theta? You've been only told find the cosine of theta. There is no any answer that you can go beyond that one. So you're going to be very careful when solving that question. Are we together? Find the equation of a line which passes through the point. These are the point and this is y-intercept. You have given the point and y-intercept. Now you need to find the equation. Very simple question. Now the point we have 2, 3. This is the point. And the other point that is you may get it from here is by using y-intercept. Y-intercept is obtained when x is equal to what? 0. Now x is 0, y is -7. Now we have 2 points. This is x1, this is x2. This is y1, this is y2. From here to find, you start with finding the slope. That is m. Then is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That is to say -7 minus 3 over. Then here x2 0 minus 2. Which now is equal to -10 over -2. Now our slope is equal to 5 positive. From here we can determine our equation. Our equation is determined by taking slope is equal to y minus y1 over x minus x1. Now our slope is 5. Is equal now y is not known. y1 is 3. Then over x minus x1 is 2. Then over 1. Close multiply. Then you have y minus 3 is equal now to 5 in bracket x minus 2. Then open the bracket. Y minus 3 is equal to 5x minus 10. Then this is taken to the other side. Then y is equal now to 5x, then minus 10 plus 3. Then y is equal to 5x, negative 10, positive 3, negative 7. This is an equation. Your equation must be written in forms of y is equal to mx plus c. This is a slope. As you can see, our slope now is 5. And here our slope is what? 5. So you got to be very careful. You've been given the points and y-intercept. Now the first point is here, and the second point is obtained by thinking about the y-intercept. If the other time you've been given x-intercept is obtained when y is equal to 0. That's how we do. There's nothing you can do. From here, you've been told find x. Find what? Find x. Now, to find x from here is very simple. Write your logarithm. Convert this one, change to exponential form. Now, that is to say 2x power 3 is equal to 8. Then express this one into exponential form. That you will find it is 2x power 3 is equal now to 2 power 3. Now, these exponents are equal. Now, if exponents are equal, also bases are equal. 2x is equal to 2. We divide it by 2, we divide it by 2. Now, x is equal now to 1. Then b, that's what saying. Simplify 2 logarithm of 5. 5 logarithm log 2, 5 log 2 plus 3 log 3 minus 3 log 6. Simplify this one. To simplify here is not a problem. But all in all, you have to understand, all these logarithms, all these logs have got the common base. All of those are base 10. So you can possibly use logarithm laws. Now, this is taken here. Then we say it is now log of 5 power 2 plus log of 2 power 5. Then plus log of 3 power 3. Then minus log of 6 power 3. Means I've taken this to here, I've taken this up to here, I've taken this up to here, I've taken this up to here. From the principle, logarithm of a power 2 is equal to 2 logarithm of a. So this is taken back here. Then from here, we can collect all of these things here. We have, this is what? Logarithm, 5 power 2 is what? 25. Because this plus this one. Now, log of a plus b. I mean a times b is equal to log of a plus log of b. Now the same apply to here. It is 25 times 2 power 5 is equal to what? 32. Now times 3 power 3, 27. Then over this one, because there is minus here, over 6 times what? 6. Times 6 once again. Are you clear? That is 6 is cubic. Then, if that is the case, we can simplify our mathematics. By 3 here, 9. By 3 here, 2. By 2 here, 1. By 2 here, 16. Then, by 2 here, by 3 here, 2. By 3 here, 3. By 3 here, 1. By 3 here, 2. Then U2 here, 8. U2 here, 4. Then we remain with log of 25 times 4. Which is equal now to log of what? 100. Is equal now to log of 10 power 2. Because 100 is 10 power 2. Now this 2 is taken back here. Then we have 2 logarithm of what? Of 10 to base 10. Then this will go away. Then we remain with 2. Now our answer is equal to what?